Today I'm speaking with Dr. Sharon McLaughlin. She's a board certified plastic surgeon. She's also the founder of Mind Lowell, and this is a program which offers tools to help improve focus and fulfillment. She actually has a first journal that's launching May of 2022. So when this comes out, it will have already been in progress. And it is a month-long intention setting journal for women entrepreneurs. On top of that, she's the founder of Female Physician Entrepreneurs Facebook group, which is where I found her. And it's an incredibly supportive group that brings women physicians together. Dr. Sharon McLaughlin has been extremely successful in this group. She's bridging the gap for females all across the globe. And through her courses, she's also working on affiliate marketing, passive investment, and she's building multiple streams of income and helping other women learn to do the same. Dr. McLaughlin, thanks for joining me today.
Dr. Erica, thank you so much for having me on, but also for all the work you're doing promoting others.
I am so happy to have you here. I am not even going to hold myself back on this one because you are changing the lives of an infinite amount of people. So I want to jump into why you decided to do what you're doing. Plastic surgery alone is so intense to get to that point. How did you decide to do something so different, and where did you
I
start?
really wanted a group where I could be surrounded by women that are doing things different. There's a high burnout rate in medicine. And so when I started Female Physician Entrepreneurs, it was for a place for women to come to learn about business, either to grow their own practice, but also if they wanted to step outside of the clinical exam room. And I thought if we each shared our stories, each shared our obstacles and our wins, that we would all grow faster together. So that's why I started the group. Why I became a plastic surgeon really has to do with creativity and just helping others. I had cancer when I was younger. I've had double mastectomies, and it was really hard. I wanted to be able to pay back and to help people feel more normal, whatever normal is.
I love the fact that you took your experiences and turned it into something so positive, not just for yourself, but for so many other people. So tell me about the Female Physician Entrepreneur Facebook group then. What are you doing with it currently, and where do you hope to take it to in the future?
Facebook has actually changed quite a bit. It used to be that most of the posts that we did were seen, and now that's no longer the case. We definitely need to do something to revamp this group. We're in the process of doing the summit right now. The speakers are wonderful. I'm so happy to be able to do that. And it's bringing us together again as a community. And we're going to go back to Female Physician Entrepreneurs group, and we're going to continue the same thing. But the whole idea about the group is to be able to share, really network and collaborate. We go further and better if we're together. And obviously, you need to tell your story so that somebody can connect with you and be like, yeah, I'd like to have her on my podcast, or maybe we can do a summit together. Where I'd like to take it further is I'd like to get more business education, true education from people outside of medicine, and really help physicians. We don't have business training, so how could we bring that in? So that's something I'm working on now as far as more business education for the group, and definitely continuing on with things that bring us all together, like a summit or just having different speakers come into the group. So it's important. It's all about learning and growing. If you don't learn, you can't grow. And I'm a firm believer in that.
You're not just doing it for one doctor or for personal growth. The summit's going on right now as we're filming this, yet you made time for me and everyone who sees you and meets you. And why I am so in love with who you are is because you're genuine. And what you're doing is because you want to see everybody else succeed. So when you talk about the summit and when you talk about the entrepreneurs group, you've got poets, you have authors, you have entrepreneurs, you have people in finance, you have people in tech who you're bringing in all of these different ways to help us grow full circle. So let's talk about the Mind Lowell that you're offering with the journaling and self-fulfillment. What are you doing there?
There's one thing about the summit. Yes, I'm bringing it together. I could not do it without the speakers. I could not do it without the group. The group isn't a group without other people. So as far as Mind Lowell goes, I am a go, go, go person. And so are most of the women physicians that I'm meeting. We don't take time for ourselves, and then we find ourselves burnt out. It's like a setup for disaster. You really have to be able to plan out. The idea of the journal/workbook is that you're going to be reassessing, you're going to be planning. But then throughout it too, we do some self-guided journaling to really get you thinking about why are you doing what you're doing? What is your why, and why is this so important? So we have that too, because I'm a firm believer in journaling, and really just a track or two. What are the actions that you're taking, and are they actually helping? And if they're not helping, why aren't they helping? So that's the journal that's coming out. And like you mentioned, we're launching in May.
Well, I love the purpose behind the power, the purpose behind what fuels us to do what we're doing. So you're bringing in so much success and business forward thinking, but you're also starting with ourselves and how we see ourselves, and that why matters so much. So I'm going to have links below for everybody watching. So check them out. Dr. McLaughlin, thank you. Beyond thank you for joining me today.